Hey, Bobby here. So we're not going to be rolling the intro in today's video to save a little bit of time, but we're going to be talking about some of the dirtiest growth hacks that you can use to grow your Instagram account, none of which I recommend, but hey, it's still fun to talk about them because a lot of people still use them. And the reason we're not doing an intro is because I want to talk a little bit about myself, which isn't something I do a lot of in this channel. And I think that's a bad decision that I made early on to just get into the video. And although I would rant a little before the video, I would never talk about who I am, what I do, what's my job, why you should listen to me. And I think it's recently been affecting the views that I get on my video. And I want to start to build a community on this channel. So for those of you that don't care, skip a little bit forward and you can get straight into the growth hacks. But for those of you who do care, I want to explain a little bit about myself and exactly what I do. So I used to be what was called a growth hacker. I used to essentially build computer programs to help businesses and celebrities grow on Instagram. I was the guy behind the scenes. Literally, I was the person that, say there was a big celebrity, they would hire a marketing company and they would say, "Can you grow my Instagram account?" And they would go, "Yeah, we can." And then of course they couldn't, and they would turn around and hire a nerd, a closet nerd like me, to go and actually build the Instagram account.
People judge you differently than they did in high school.
And I would use the methods that we're going to talk about in this video today. Now, I no longer use those methods because I don't believe in them anymore. I don't believe in numbers. I believe in basically building a community and being authentic. That, along with Instagram, has just changed so much than from when I first started. And I was really in the game. I'll tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you the celebrities that I've done work for, but I was in the game, and you could still see me featured on a bunch of huge courses, from Spectacular Smith, who was in Pretty Ricky, from Vin Clancy, from Geoff Hughes. I mean, I was really in the game. Now, I took the knowledge that I used to build up my past business, and I'm now a social media consultant. I basically help entrepreneurs transition. So say you're huge on YouTube, or you have a big personality somewhere else besides Instagram, I help them shift to Instagram through white hat organic services. So that's what I do now, but the hacks that I give you in this video, the strategies that I give you, are very much growth hack focused. I can't turn that off in my brain. I really have that mentality. I'm not a social media strategist that came from like a really cookie cutter background where all of these other people are getting on you and telling you, hey, post good content. Hey, do this, do this. I'm very much a results driven person. So that's what I like to give you on this channel. A big mistake I think I made on this channel was I didn't build up a community. I spent a lot of time creating videos and dipping, not responding to comments, not chatting with you guys. But I want to let you know that's completely changed. I'm responding to all of the comments. And most importantly, we have a Discord chat called the Not Boring Marketing Discord chat. The link's in the bio. Every morning, I'm going to be there helping you build influence online, because at the end of the day, that's what I'm passionate about. That's why I got into growth hacking. It was a big, I don't have my sign here. My sign's up there. It says F the algorithm. I still believe that. I still believe that social media, large tech companies suppressing creators in favor of promoting content that's favorable to advertisers is BS. And that's why I got into growth hacking, to help you beat that, to help you circumvent the entire process. It was all about saying, F you, Instagram. We're going to use computer programs. We're going to do whatever it takes because we're tired of you charging us to get content that people want to see in their hand. Woo, that was a long one. Hopefully you guys stuck with me. But with that being said, let's go over 3 of the dirtiest Instagram growth hacks that people are still using to this day. Some I've used before, some I haven't used, some have emerged after I got out of the growth hacking space. But yeah, they're dirty. People are using them. We're going to talk about them. Let's start here, the page merge strategy. All right, so this is when you create a bunch of fake Instagram profiles of yourself, you grow them, and then you submit a file claim to Instagram. And what you say is, these people are impersonating me. And what Instagram will do is we'll take all of the fake accounts and merge them with your main one, because Instagram's thought is that all of these people follow these fake accounts of you. So they really meant to follow you, so they have no problem merging the accounts. Now, this is not something that everyone can do. I don't even know if this strategy still exists. I will let you know that I used to have a lot of celebrity influencers come to me and they would say, Bobby, I want to do the page merge strategy. I would never do the page merge strategy. I would do the growing of the fake accounts. So what I would do is I would get in there and I would create hundreds of fake accounts using bot programs, Instagram automation programs. I would basically mass create these accounts create fake profiles of the influencer, automate them to grow, and then the influencer with their contact at Facebook would merge them. This is a really dirty strategy, but trust me, some of the biggest accounts on Instagram were built upon merging fake accounts with their main account. I'll give you a little story about a celebrity that hired me to do this. She initially came to me because she saw one of my YouTube videos about getting rid of ghost followers, where I talked about how you could easily block ghost followers who are essentially inactive people that follow your Instagram account and they lower your engagement rate. So what she wanted a list of all of her ghost followers. Now keep in mind, this girl had over 1 million Instagram followers. So she had like 100,000 ghost followers. Maybe it was a little bit less. Maybe it was a little bit more. I don't know, but it was a ridiculous amount. And I said, all right, you want me to go in there and use automation to block your ghost followers? She says, no, I'm going to block them all myself. I don't want to use automation. I said, you're going to block them all yourself. Now this girl was incredibly attractive. You would have thought that she was spending her days shopping, lounging around in a bikini, but the reality is some of these influencers take Instagram so seriously that she was willing to sit on her phone all day and block 1,000 people every single day for like the next year just to get rid of her ghost followers. And she did. I don't know how long it took her, or she got people to help her, but she was crazy enough to take this list of ghost followers or inactive people and one by one block them and bleed out her thumbs. All right, now the second dirty growth hack we have is the manual follow unfollow. Now what this strategy is, it's simple. The theory is if you follow plus unfollow people, they'll see you follow and they'll follow you back. Follow unfollow has been around forever, but what makes this growth hack so dirty is Instagram growth hacking and marketing got to this point where Instagram essentially had just banned all automation. I don't know if you know anything about Instagram automation, but essentially it's gotten a lot harder. So back in the day, you used to be able to use a website, and there were even iPhone apps where you could plug in your Instagram account and it would manually, or it would automatically follow and then unfollow people for you, and people would grow, they'd be happy. Instagram basically came in and said, automation's gone, we're done with this. And you could still do and use automation, of course, it's just much more difficult. So all of that happened, and what people then started to do is like, all right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this manually. And then what they did is they started to outsource this manual follow and unfollow system to VAs in third world countries. Give them your password, they would then pass over this password to a worker farm in Venezuela, India, wherever it is, and then there would literally be somebody on their phone logged into your account following and unfollowing a list of people every day. You could argue that they're paying these people, but trust me, the amount of money that we're paying these people in third world countries is insulting even by their currency standards. It's just super gross to outsource an entire business to a third world country and basically have them lifelessly following and unfollowing people just because some fucking barista wants to be Insta famous in the US. Before we get into the third and final growth hack, the dirtiest dirt of them all, the dirty bubble of growth hacks, we're gonna call it. Let's get into some honorable mentions. So the first honorable mention for dirty growth hacks is this strategy that's literally the most popular Instagram growth strategy right now, which is sucking the teat of popular influencers and just spam commenting them. Go to any of Tekashi 69's posts right now, and you're gonna see a fleet of desperate, thirsty, clout-chasing influencers commenting things like, 6ix9ine is the GOAT, you the best, oh, I'm glad he's back. And so essentially the strategy is this. You set post notifications for popular influencers, people like Trump, 6ix9ine, anybody that has massive appeal to them. And if you have a blue check mark, if you're a verified Instagram account, what happens is if you comment on these profile photos as soon as they appear, so as soon as 6ix9ine posts and you comment on it, your profile comment will show up at the top since you're verified. And I don't know what the point of this is. Maybe Instagram thinks that verified profiles are more important than regular people. And so anyways, when people go to the comments, they'll see your profile at top. And then it'll just gain massive exposure. People will see your comment and go back to your page. It's honestly the stupidest way to grow on Instagram, and it works, which is the worst part. And so you have these people saying that like they're the CEO of comments, they're the CEO of commenting on other people's account. What a stupid fucking personality to take on Instagram. Nobody's following you because they actually enjoy your content. They're following you because of your stupid comments. And when you post photos of you shirtless with a Thai latte, no one's going to give a shit. You know what I mean? You're not building a real community. So this strategy is ridiculous. It's even gotten to the point where influencers are handing their managers, their social media managers, their passwords. And so basically when you see all of these comments of big influencers replying to other big influencers, it's just some fucking dork messaging people for them. Now, the dirty bubble of Instagram growth hacks. The mother slave method. Now, this is the most infamous Instagram growth method in my opinion. And this is really where I got my start in Instagram growth hacking. When I first got into growth hacking, what I would do is I would use custom bot programs that I would make to do a bunch of random things. I'm not going to get into it, but it was really limited. And then this strategy came along. The mother slave method. At first it was called the mother child method. Doesn't matter. And here's how it works. You create, let's say 100 fake Instagram accounts. Let's go back and let's use an example. Let's say that you are a chef and you want to grow on Instagram using the mother slave method. You would hire somebody like me and I would create 100 Instagram accounts. Things like chef memes, chef number 3. And I would populate these fake Instagram profiles with chef content. And I would have all of these Instagram accounts follow other chef creators or people who are into food content. What I would then do is when every one of these 100 accounts gets a new follower, I would automate the direct messages of all of these Instagram accounts to say, hey, I'm a chef, you like chef content, you should go follow this main chef account. And so essentially what you have is a funnel where you have the main Instagram account right here, the mother, and then you have all of these slave chef accounts going out there and interacting with people who like chef content and funneling it back to the main Instagram account. And I'll admit, this strategy worked amazing. I was gaining 1,000 Instagram followers per day at the heyday, at the top of this mother slave method here. But of course, it all came crashing down. It almost got to the point where it's unprofitable to do this because to run this entire strategy, you have no idea how much it takes to actually pull off this strategy. I'm not gonna get into the technicalities, but I'll just through it right now. You need a bot program to host all of these bots. You need Gmail accounts to create all these accounts. You need to create the accounts the right way. When you're creating these fake profiles, you can't just go spit out and buy fake profiles. You have to create them with a Gmail and with a mobile proxy, and you have to rotate the proxies. You have to create bios and realistic looking profile. It was a nightmare. It was almost unprofitable to run. And I'm so glad that I got out of that game. Now, people still use this strategy. If you ever get a DM in your inbox saying, hey, go follow this person, it's most likely a bot account from somebody using this strategy. But this strategy, in my opinion, is almost completely dead. Like I said, some people are still using it, but it's dead, in my opinion, right? Now, let me give you another funny story about one of the first times I got hired to run this strategy. So I got hired by a big name magician. No, it's not like David Blaine or somebody like that, but the dude's got a Las Vegas show. He's got a lot of money. And so what he does, he says, Bobby, I want to grow 1 million followers this year. And I was at the point in my career where it's like, throw me enough money, I'll get fucking anything done. Don't ever do that because you'll end up under delivering, stressing yourself out. It's never worth the money. Anyways, I said, all right, fuck it, let's do it. So I built this guy like 1,000 of these Instagram accounts, like Magician Memes, Magician X, Magician Bob, blah, 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 blah. I'm creating accounts, I'm automating accounts, I'm doing all these things. And he's growing super fast. He's growing so fast. And then he wants more and more and more and more. And eventually Instagram updates and all of this shit and everything comes crashing down. And basically I had to shut down his service. And then he starts losing followers, right? And so he used to be gaining 1,000 with mine, but then he starts losing and losing and losing and losing. And he comes back to me and he says, Bobby, you bought me all of these fake followers, which I wasn't getting them fake followers. I was using the mother slave, which they're all real followers. Maybe they're not the most quality, but they're real people. Of course, because for them to even follow him in the first place, remember, I create the fake profile of the magicians. I DM them and I say, hey man, you want to follow this guy? And they literally have to click the to get to his account. So they're real. And so I'm confused. And then I realize that when he first came to me, he already had 60,000 followers on Instagram. And I said, well, look, something's not right, because I went and I checked back the stats of his original Instagram account. I said, this isn't right. I don't understand why you're losing followers. And I said, where did you get this Instagram account that had 60,000 followers? And he said, oh, it used to be my girlfriend's. I said, what do you mean it used to be your girlfriend's? Yeah, it used to be my girlfriend's account, and she had 60,000 followers, so I changed the username to me, and the profile pictures to me, and uploaded photos. I said, what happened to your girlfriend? He goes, oh, she died. I said, what? I said, what? And then I looked back at the stats and I realized he was losing followers every single day before we even started with him. And it happened, of course, because imagine following a female, following her for years, and the next day it's some guy. Of course you're gonna unfollow her. You'd be like, who the fuck is this? This guy wanted Instagram fame so much he was willing to take the account of his old girlfriend that passed away and died. How crazy is that? Then he hires me to basically build this fake empire on this bullshit crumbled account from his dead ex-girlfriend. I was like, oh my God, guy, this is on you. There is no way. And so, I mean, that's the type of people I was dealing with in this old world of growth hacking, is people that will do anything to get famous. And I got to the point where it's like, enough of this bullshit. I want to work with people that want to build passionate audiences, that actually have content that they want to create. And so it wasn't that particular moment that made me get out of the growth hacking space, but that was the gradual step that took me to become a social media consultant. And we're going to end the video here because I know it's going to get long. It's going to take me forever to edit, but I want to say that thank you for the people that have been watching this channel, that have been with me. I'm going to work my hardest to create the best content to help you build influence on social media. It's not always going to be Instagram. There's so many videos I want to create for you that I just know I won't get views on, so I don't put out. I put out a Pinterest video the other day that's killer. Nobody has watched it. I want to put out a video on text message marketing. So let me get to that space. Work with me so I can get to that space where I can help you build influence on all platforms, not just Instagram. Let's do this together. We can really do this. Not Boring Marketing Discord. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. I got some places that I want to be, and I need your help to get there. See you guys in the next one. Peace.